following broadcast is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
And good evening and welcome to a special edition of Perham basketball as they take on the Dilworth Glennon Felton Rebels here tonight. We thank you for being able to tune in. It's a special broadcast here tonight. We thought earlier in the week that some issues were going to prevent us from having these broadcasts, but we were able to use both streams for Perham and DGF to bring you tonight's broadcast. So we thank you all for tuning in to this very highly anticipated clash between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Dilworth Glennon Felton Rebels. I'm Jason Groth here with Lance Rock, here to bring you all the action tonight live from the Hive. Lance.
Right, and I think, Jason, this is one that's not just targeted by Dilworth, Glennon Felton, and the Perham Yellow Jackets. I think Central Minnesota, probably are going to tune in at some point or be watching the score tonight to see how this one turns out. Along with a few other teams, these are two of the heavyweights coming into the preseason and now showing that they are deservingly so in Section 8AA.
And Section 8AA right now, if you were to seed it by the QRF, it's number 1 versus 2, as Perham is 6-2 overall and 1-2 in the section. DGF is 5-2, 3-0 in the section, but they're separated by a mere point and about point and a half on the most recent QRF. In the Heart of the Lakes conference-wise, it's Hawley leading the way at 2-0, followed by DGF and Pelican Rapids at 2-0, and then it's Barnesville at 3-1, and then Perham in a surprise spot, sitting at 1-2 after that very tough 30-point loss to Pelican Rapids. But the Yellow Jackets responded the next day, knocking off then a top 10 ranked Esco Eskimo squad by 12 points in Esco.
Yeah, and we've been pretty lucky, Jason, because we've gotten to see Perham a multitude of times now, and we had the opportunity to watch DGF play a really good Barnesville squad that knocked off the Yellow Jackets, and Barnesville looked lights out that night. Now, again, one time doesn't tell a whole season of story, but you know they have the capabilities, and as much as we will talk about one player for DGF tonight, that night, it was 5, 6, 7 guys who were all shooting well, moving well, and really playing well as a team. So if they bring that effort here, it's going to be a good struggle tonight here at the Hive.
Well, it's going to be a fun one. We thank you for tuning in to the KLN Family Brands pregame show here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Technically, the Magnitude Sports Media Network tonight, but it's hosted by Perham Yellow Jackets and DGF Schools, so we thank you for that. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with more here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Welcome to the Main Line and Downer, a place you can bring your friends and the kids. You can browse the menu for your favorite lunch and dinner items. Burgers, chicken, pizza, amazing wings. Don't forget the Main Line and Downer also serves a delicious breakfast. The Main Line and Downer also has a convenience store as well as the end-of-the-line boutique shop filled with various gifts for kids, mom, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, and something for all your other friends too. The Main Line and Downer, just 8 miles southeast of Barnesville on Highway 9. Visit the website or call 218-789-7610.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Hi everybody, my name's Andy Eckhoff, Business Development Manager at United Community Bank. We're a one-stop shop and our experienced staff is here to help you in any way we can. I want you to know that when you bank at United Community Bank, you have a whole team behind you, and our team wants to know your goals and how we can help you get there. We're the #1 commercial lender in the Lakes area. Come see us at United Community Bank, where the future is bright.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Well, welcome back once again here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Tonight we're bringing you Yellow Jackets and the Rebels here tonight to what should be a very fun basketball game between these two squads here live from the Hive. I'm Jason Groth. We'll be joined by Lance Rock for tonight's broadcast of the Yellow Jackets and the Rebels here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight on the KLN Family Brands pregame show. We'd like to thank EOT Insurance, KLN Family Brands, United Community Bank, Lanks Ace Hardware, Arvig, Perham High School, Central Minnesota Credit Union, Stein Seed, The Backyard, as well as the DGF Boosters, Gotta Go Driving, Goldmark Real Estate, Mainline Grill, just 8 miles south of Glendon, and Superior Grain Equipment. We'd like to thank them for making tonight's broadcast come to you here live from the Hive in what should be a fun one. And we got our Lanks Ace Hardware starting lineups. First, for the visitors, the Rebels, they come in with a record of 5-2 overall. They're going to start like this, very familiar. Starting as a 5'10 senior #1, Caden Altobelli. Starting as a 5'11 junior #2, Carson Steichen. A 6'6 junior #10, Owen Leach. And at forward is a 6'4" junior #30, Grant Anderson, and a 6'2" senior #33, Logan Becker. The Rebels 5-2, 2-0 overall. They're rolling right now with 3 straight wins, knocking off Badger, Greenbush, Middle River, War Road, and Crookston.
And I think the impressive one out of that one, Jason, is War Road. I happened to catch a little bit of that on a little mini tournament it looked like they were having in Barnesville. And War Road's got a nice-looking team, and another one that might come to play in later on in Section 8 AA, as they had some size, they shot well, but it was just too much DGF on that night, and they looked, DGF looked really good again. So the couple times I've seen them, they look really, really ready for this season. And
War Road's a squad that, as you touched on, a very strong team right now, sitting at 10-3 overall. If the playoffs were to start today, they would be hosting a home game as a 5 seed. Now for the Yellow Jackets with a record of 6-2, they're 1-2 in the Heart of the Lakes Conference. Their starting lineup, very familiar. Micah Thompson, a 6'4" junior. Chaz Melvin, a 6' senior. Soren Anderson, a 6'3" junior. Marcus Belka, a 5'10" senior. And Jacob Daniels, a 6'2" junior for the Yellow Jackets, 6-2 and 1-2 in the Heart of the Lakes Conference. We haven't touched on it yet, but they're trying to defend home court, which they've done a great job, especially since this building has opened up.
Yeah, and we'll probably make more mention to that as the game goes on, Jason. And I think some keys to the Yellow Jackets. One thing that I really like to see is that it was a really frustrating night for them at Pelican Rapids. And Pelican Rapids should take a lot of credit. They did a lot of things well. And the Yellow Jackets, you kind of wonder how a team bounces back from that. Not only kind of get it handed it to you there for a little bit, and then to get up the next day, go on a long bus ride, and maybe it was the best thing for them, Jason, is just to be together, not let things go, and played, like you said, and you witnessed, a really good game against a really good ESCO team.
It was an outstanding game for the Yellow Jackets. It was an intense atmosphere in an old school gym that just, ESCO tried to out-pressure them, out-power them, and try to out-muscle them, and it didn't really work out too well to ESCO in that contest. And one of the players that really had a big game for the Yellow Jackets was Alex Ullman. That one, he had 16 points coming off the bench, was really a big player in that game for the Yellow Jackets, as was Soren Anderson. He had a double-double, I believe it was 20 and 12 that Soren finished with. There's a few times the ESCO defense lost track of him, and Anderson was able to hit a couple of threes. I believe he was 5 of 7 from the three-point line in that contest. And DGF is not going to let Anderson get free tonight. On the other side of things, how do you slow down Owen Leach? Is it one of those games where you let Owen Leach get his points and then try to slow down everyone else? Or do you take Owen Leach, try to take him out as much as you possibly can?
I kind of ran through those same questions in my mind, Jason, as I was thinking about the game. And I almost think, I hate to say that, but if he scores in the lower 20s, I think if you're a Yellow Jacket, you're okay. Last year, I believe here he had 37. So I think if you can keep him in the lower 20s and keep all the rest of the pieces in check for the DGF, I think Coach Cressup would be happy. I think a lot of it is going to fall on a couple people's shoulders. I could see a Micah Thompson playing a really big role tonight, trying to slow him down just because of Micah's length, his size. He's kind of got that physicalness to him that he likes to defend. Problem is, depending on how the game goes, a couple fouls here and there, who's that next person that can match to Leach's size?
And you mentioned that. That's going to be an interesting point. You think Jacob Daniels, in a way, could maybe size-wise, but it's going to be an interesting battle to see what they elect to do against Leach and the Rebels on that one here tonight. We're just moments away from the introductions and starting lineups for tonight's contest here on the KLN Family Brands pregame show. Again, we'd like to thank the Lynx Ace Hardware for the starting lineups, the sponsorships. Again, the starters. Quickly for the Rebels, it's Caden Altabelli, Carson Steichen, Owen Leach, Grant Anderson, and Logan Bicker. For the Yellow Jackets, it's Micah Thompson, Chance Melvin, Soren Anderson, Marcus Belka, and Jacob Daniels. Should be a fun clash here tonight. We thank you for tuning in on the DGF YouTube channel as well as the Perham YouTube channel for this Magnitude Sports Network production live here from the Hive. We want to thank everyone for that able to come together and kind of make this broadcast possible. It seemed like it might not happen, but a few things behind the scenes are able to come together and bring this game for you here tonight, and we're hoping to continue that Saturday night as well with the Crossover Classic. And we'll talk about that more as this broadcast rolls on as well, Lance.
Right, it's going to be a full weekend of basketball and a good weekend of basketball, and hopefully weather permitting and all of those things can just keep in check so we can keep this thing rolling.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and we'll have our last words of wisdom before our opening tap here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an
When everything is in one place, it's easier to stay focused on your own life. At Central Minnesota Credit Union, we've streamlined our financial tools to ensure you have everything you need all under one roof. Whether you're starting a family, starting a business, or buying a home, CMCU is here to be a trusted financial partner. CMCU offers free checking options and a network of financial experts. Because when everything is in one place, it's easier to stay focused on your own life.
Jake, No video games till your homework's done, bud.
It is done, Mom. What about your homework?
My homework?
Arvik donates $1 from our internet payment each month. Helps buy technology for my classroom. Computers, tablets, stuff that wasn't invented when you were in school.
Haha, good one.
It's free.
School partnership program. That's an easy assignment.
I can see it now. Video games for every student.
Well, welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network for tonight's game between the Dilworth Clinton Rebels and the Perham Yellow Jackets as we get ready to go for the starting lineups. We thank you for tuning in tonight as we get ready to go for this one. Introductions taking place.
So one of the things I'm interested in, Jason, you kind of talked about some words for wisdom. Again, I think a really interesting lineup for the DGF Rebels. And you look at just the size that they have, and I think it's the first time I've seen them start Anderson and Bitker together. And what I've seen when they've been in the ball game together is they're pretty formidable on a high-low type situation. What I mean by is Anderson's is a really good face the basket about the free throw line, and Bitker is a really strong kid from the football field to the basketball floor. He transitions well, and when he gets it in that low block, he's left-handed, kind of hard to stop underneath there. So look for that, and then when they get in trouble, they can always bail themselves out to Leach. But the other night when we were there, we watched, and they were just lights out from the field. It didn't matter if it was Altabelli, Steichen, Kerr coming off the bench. Sheely was hot in the first half. So they have weapons around Owen Leach. But if this is the first time you're seeing Owen Leach, every time I've seen him, Jason, I'm more and more impressed.
He is an outstanding ball player, getting a lot of looks, football and basketball, and he's definitely going to be the guy to watch for the Rebels tonight. And it should be a fun one to see what the Yellow Jackets elect to do against him tonight. We've touched on it a little bit. I think it's one of those you have to kind of let him get his points and slow down the other four as much as you can.
And I don't know so much, the Yellow Jackets, you know Dave Cressup's defense. It's gritty, it's in your face, man to man. They're not going to let him get it, but he's just that good. He's going to get them. It's just, can you limit his possessions? And whether it's face guarding him a little bit, doing whatever you can do to change that game up for him a little bit, take him off his normal stride, any of those little things that they can do, I'm just really excited, Jason. So here we go, and a long-awaited contest, I believe.
The Arvig opening tap will be Soren Anderson with Owen Leach as we get ready to go live from the Hive. Heart of Lakes Conference Action Live. Opening tap by Arvig is won by Soren Anderson, and away we go. Here we go. Yellow Jackets opening possession. Anderson with it left side. Now comes across for Micah Thompson. Looks to drive. Guarded closely. They close off. And he traveled on the way to the hoop.
And he had a nice drop step drive, but you kind of see the same sort of thing that Pelican was trying to do. It was a quick collapse. So it's going to be those other guys getting their feet set, ready to shoot, Jason. That might make the difference in this game if they collapse that hard on every drive.
They look down low, do the Rebels, and it's turned right back over. Chaz Melvin with a nice job defensively there as they went down low to Steichen, but he was unable to control the basketball.
Looking for that backdoor cut, and they were trying to play off the Yellow Jackets' tough man-to-man, but great job there by the Yellow Jacket defense.
Melvin, pass right side. Thompson looks for the cut, not there. Rebels sniff that one out. Now Daniels is going to launch the three-pointer, and he hits it.
Big basket by Jacob Daniels right there. Takes a little pressure off the scores, and here we see Leach right to the hole for two more.
And you know he's going to try to answer as much as he can. Now Anderson, Leach on him. That's going to be a fun battle on that side of the floor all night long. Thompson looks to drive, cut off. They go near side. Belka into the lane, cut off. Daniels over to Melvin. They swing it over Anderson. It'll be interesting to see at what point we'll see if DGF goes to a 2-3 or a triangle and 2 type defense against this Yellow Jackets. They've struggled against that most year. A nice drive and dish and a finish there for Soren Anderson on a nice drive by Chaz Melvin.
And that you said that, I couldn't have said it any better, Jason. Chaz Melvin with a nice little pump head fake, got the defender off of his feet, and a 3 here.
Off the back iron, too strong. Daniels for the board. That's probably not the possession head coach Mike Clark wanted ultimately there for DGF. A quick shot, didn't really move the ball around. And out comes near side. Anderson with it. Far side corner, Belko the baseline. 3 is good.
Big basket there by Belka. Really extends that lead in a hurry, and it just goes to show how that 3-point basket is so huge in today's game.
Steichen. Now to Leach. Leach gets a screen. He's going to fire a 3, and that's good. What a quick answer and a smooth shot by Owen Leach. He has 5. Now Anderson with a nice move on Leach, drives. Kick out. Thompson, the open look for 3. In and out, no good. Doesn't get it to drop. And Leach brings it up for the Rebels. Leach gets it stolen away.
That brings the Jacket bench to their feet. Excited about that one.
And a 3-pointer from the corner is good by Soren Anderson. He quickly has 5. Yellow Jackets by 6.
Kind of has the makings of kind of like a heavyweight fight here, Jason. It seems like we're going a little bit blow for blow right now. See who settles in and who cools off. It's going to be fun.
Leach. They go inside, and it's stolen away and turned over. Excuse me, as Grant Anderson tried to run that high-low that you talked about.
And that's exactly what we're going to see. And I'm expecting him not to stay up there. Maybe take a couple dribbles, set that angle up a little bit better to get Bicker down on that block. And you can tell that he's a strong young man.
Now Anderson. Leach out on him. Look to the near side for Thompson. Thompson had the cutter, didn't go with it. Now we'll drive, float up a shot. It's good. Nice work through traffic by Micah Thompson. The Jackets lead 13-5. And now an offensive foul here on Leach down on the offensive side.
And that's something we haven't talked about yet is foul trouble, Jason. And that's definitely a person that the Rebels and the Rebel faithful hope does not get into foul trouble. But what a great start by the Yellow Jacket. 4 out of 5 starters now in the book.
Anderson with it. Gets a screen from Daniels, goes left side. Now Melvin will launch. In and out, no good. Rebound there to Leach. And Leach back the other way. Leach loses the basketball. A little too much dribbling there. Now it's on the floor. They continue to battle. And a foul is going to be called on the Yellow Jackets. They were a little aggressive, almost had to trying to get the held ball. But they came in aggressively and get called for the foul. Fouls on Anderson, his first.
And that might be equally on the Yellow Jacket side. I don't think that they can afford to have Soren Anderson in foul trouble either. They look to him as a really big scoring threat.
Now Anderson with it up top. Goes right side, Steichen looks inside Leach. They're going to post him up. Leach works, fadeaway jumper, go. No, doesn't get the roll. Looks so smooth, but doesn't get the roll.
It did look smooth, and you know, how hard is that to defend and block when you're 6'6", 6'7", and you got a step back jumper? Makes it really, really tough on a guy like Micah Thompson, but he's stayed really tight on him.
Leach off the set inbound play, shot no good. Rebound Soren Anderson. Near side Daniels. Realized he still had a dribble before and was able to get that off. Now they swing it over. Nice job by him being aware there and avoiding a travel. And he's going to launch the 3. That's off the mark. And a board to the Rebels. They'll come back. Here's Altabelli with it left side for Anderson. Now Steichen, as you talked about in the game against Barnesville, had a nice night. Now working down low. Bicker, shot blocked. Anderson read that well, but he gets a loose ball and puts it back up, no good. Another rebound, turnaround jumper, no good, and a foul.
And there's where we talked about earlier, Jason, how physically strong he is. Not only strength, but that quickness. that second hop to go get that rebound again, and ultimately giving himself filling up the stat sheet with rebounds.
Put Bicker at the line, at the EOT insurance line. First free throw in and out, no good.
Fouls on Daniels for the Yellow Jackets, his first.
Second free throw, that one does drop.
Kind of puts the end to a little mini Yellow Jacket run there.
They swing it over to Thompson, had the cutter. Looks into the lane. Now comes to Daniels. Daniels drives, gets cut off. Nice job there defensively by Bicker, not giving him much room to work. Now they force it down low Thompson. Couple of head fakes and the shot is good.
And I think they've got a little mismatch there with Thompson, especially if Steichen's guarding him, but we'll see where they go with that.
Inside, trying to work Bicker, turnaround jumper, gets it to go. Tough shot there for Logan Bicker, and he gets it to go.
And that was just pure strength, Jason.
Anderson, cross court, Thompson. Now here to Daniels, they'll swing it over to Belka. Belka drives, kick out Soren Anderson, tough pass, he corrals it. Leach closes quickly, now they trap on him. Come back up top for Daniels, and the Yellow Jackets are gonna reset. Thompson into the lane. And a three-pointer from the far side, no good. Rebound tapped around, last touch by the Rebels on the far side. Alex Ohm in for the Jackets, Drew Sheely for the Rebels.
And I think both teams substitute in some quick offense there. You said that Ohm was really hot at Esco, and we saw Sheely against Barnesville really get hot in that first half and kind of pace DGF for a while.
Number 12 is Mikhail Peterson, who just checked in. Now Leach with the basket and a foul.
Foul on Chaz Melvin, his first, team third.
And Leach already heating up with 7. Now 8.
Fortune teller tonight, Jason.
See, it's that one to go, and it's now 15-11. Thompson with it. For Daniels. Daniels thought about a shot, pass it up. Melvin's going to take the three. That's too strong. And hits off the top of the backboard.
And now you can kind of feel just that energy that started the beginning of the game. Now both teams have kind of settled in here. And I think we'll kind of get back into an offensive rhythm, and they'll start working the things they want to get done.
Leach kicks out near side, driving, Altabelli, kick out again. Spin into the lane, Anderson shot, no good. Rebound goes to the Yellow Jackets. Now Ohm with it. To Melvin cutting. Melvin in the lane, hands it off, but turns it over.
I think he was looking for that little cross pass there to Thompson.
Quick three-pointer from Leach off the bank, but it's closed.
And it just wasn't there, but yeah.
Now Thompson. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line, good for 2. He's starting to heat up. He's got 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
And sometimes you get where you're defending their best player. It just locks you in so much, Jason. You can just kind of see it in Thompson's eyes right now. He's ready for the challenge.
Thompson had a really unique game against Esco. He was getting a heck of a lot from the free throw line. Started to catch fire from the line late in that game and did a really nice job. Nice pass inside. Now with it, Anderson, short jumper, short. Off the iron, and the Yellow Jackets get the board. And Anderson will bring it up. Quickly met by Owen Leach, and a screen there for him. Now they go right side, Thompson. The Yellow Jackets will reset as Thompson will come out to the H and Perham on the court. Now right side, Thompson down low, Daniels. Daniels creates space, the reverse layup is good.
Really nice move there by Daniels, using the basket to defend off the defender, and a nice little reverse layup there.
Sheely takes the three, no good. Rebels getting some looks, just can't get him to drop. Now Thompson back with a spin, creates space for Anderson. Anderson, the floater in the lane is good. And now we got a timeout on the floor as the Yellow Jackets lead by 10. We'll take a break here on the Magnitude Sports.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Well, welcome back here to the Hive on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The Yellow Jackets lead by 10 on the United Community Bank scoreboard here in the first half. Here's Pearson. Kicks out right side. Now looks for the cutter there. That's Altabelli. He throws up a shot, no good. And Josh Peterson with the rebound. He also had some valuable minutes in that first half for the Yellow Jackets against the Eskimos on Saturday.
Josh is kind of that nice athletic kid. He can play inside, outside, so really a valuable component for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Anderson, Leach on him, nice spin move, kick out to Daniels. Daniels thought about it, but they close quickly with Pearson. Nice shot by the Rebels to close, not allow that shot to get off. Now Ohm getting pressured by Altabelli. Ohm hands it off in traffic. Anderson's able to corral it. Now they go right side to Ohm. Ohm in the lanes, going to take the short shot. It's no good. Rebound near side to Pearson, and back come the Rebels.
And I think if you're looking at the Yellow Jackets in that possession, definitely not the spacing they wanted on offense. The further they can space themselves out, the better their cutting lanes are, and they kind of got compacted there.
Altabelli will get it to Leach. Leach is going to drive. Nice move to the hoop with the left hand and gets it to go for two. Right now, we talked about a little bit, do you let Leach do his work? The Yellow Jackets have done a good job on him so far as Anderson throws up that shot. That's no good. Rebound no good as well. Now goes the right side, Verdi. Hands it off. And they swing it around. Leach in the post now. Trying to back down Thompson. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Had a good look. Despite being covered as well as he was able to get a good shot off. Thompson, kick out. Peterson, a quick three. Too strong. Daniels there for the board. Put back, no good, but he's fouled. Fouls on Mikhail Pearson. Daniels to the EOT insurance free throw line. He'll be shooting two. That free throw's good. He gets the first to drop. Slykin back in. As is Marcus Belka.
Second one good also for Daniels, who's had a nice start to the night as well with a quick 7 for the Yellow Jackets.
Now with the near side, Sheely to Leach. Pearson now. To the Yellow Jacket bench and fans making some noise, cheering on the defensive effort. Sheely with it. Verdi to Leach. Leach against Thompson. Knifes his way through and gets it to go. Now Anderson. Thompson. Into the lane, through traffic, floats up a shot, no good, fouled.
And it was almost the third bump coming through the lane that finally drew enough contact to call that foul. Sheely with the foul, his first.
And now we'll put Thompson at the EOT insurance line to shoot two. Thompson gets that one to go confidently. Ken Altobelli in. He joins Steichen, Leach, Verdi, and Sheely on the floor as the second goes. On the EOT Insurance free throw line, the Yellow Jackets lead by 10.
And I don't want to throw a jinx in here, Jason, but this is the best I've seen the Yellow Jackets shoot free throws on this season. It's kind of been one of those areas I know of concern a little bit for Coach Cressup. It's nice to see them hit their first ones tonight.
Steichen drives, off-balance shot, no good. And the Jackets are there for the rebound. That's kind of been right now an Achilles heel for the Rebels, is kind of going into the lane out of control and getting some off-balance shots that the Yellow Jackets will take. Right side, Marcus Belka. Daniels swinging over Thompson. Thompson looking to drive, comes over Peterson, now to Soren Anderson. Nice swinging over. Now they go right side, Thompson. Thompson spins into the lane, and an offensive foul is going to be called on the Yellow Jackets on Thompson. That's a little aggressive in the lane was Thompson. Because Austin Anderson comes in. As the Rebels bring the ball up court. Quick three-pointer on its way. It's good. And hitting that one was Drew Sheely.
And he has a really nice, smooth shot, I remember, from both games I've seen of the Rebels right now. And if he starts heating up, that might be one of those components that opens it up a little more for Leach.
Soren Anderson. Pass near side, tapped away, and it's turned over. And now coming back, Altobelli. Leach was calling for it, but it wasn't really there. Now driving is Anderson. Hands it off, comes back to Leach. Tell Leach wants to fire one of those threes, but Thompson doesn't give him any space. And it comes near side, Altobelli. He's going to drive, kick out near side, taking the three. Steichen, good.
And now you're starting to see the other components to the DGF offense, and all of a sudden a 10, 12-point lead is down to 4. So Yellow Jackets can't be content on what they're doing. They have to continue to battle, but here we go with DGF getting scrappy on defense.
A held ball in the lane. I'll give the ball right back to the Rebels. Now Chaz Melvin will come back in for the Yellow Jackets. This is about a 6-0 run right now for the Rebels on the back-to-back three-pointers. Now Leach is going to launch. Short. And the Yellow Jackets get the rebound. Belka to Thompson. Now Daniels over there for Belka. He drives, gets cut off there, right there on by Sheely. Now Thompson for Melvin. They go right side, Belka. Now Thompson with it. Floating lane is good for 2.
Nice shot by Belka. Curled to protect that basketball, got into the lane, hung up in the air, and a real aggressive move. Nice job, Marcus Belka.
Rebels with it near side. They're looking to work. Now they have it, driving Leach, layup good as Leach worked his way to the hoop. Sorry, we're getting our camera adjusted on that drive by Leach. Can describe it. It was a nice drive to the hoop and finish.
It was a kind of a slasher type drive, and he just saw that little bit of seam and attacked it so fast.
Soren Anderson with it. Melvin. Handoff there, goes to Belka. To Daniels. Daniels drives in the lane and a foul on the way to the hoop. He'll go to the EOT. No, he won't. He'll inbound down low. Will the Yellow Jackets. It's on Altabelli, and we got a timeout. We'll take a break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Well, welcome back here to the Hive. Yellow Jackets lead by 4. We'll have the ball. They'll inbound with the Yellow Jackets. Anderson with it. Now Thompson. Over to Belko, looking to drive. Into the lane, gets cut off. Now goes to Anderson. Now to Thompson. Melvin to Daniels. Over to Belko. They'll reset with 2 to go in our opening half here from the Hive. Yellow Jackets by 4 on the United Community Bank scoreboard. Looking inside, but DGF is packing the lane. They'll come out on Anderson, out of Belka. Heel drive. Spins, in trouble, gets it out. Now it's turned over.
One of the keys, I think, is going to be Jacob Daniels. And here's a second charge on the night on the spin move by Leach. Picks up his second foul. So interesting to see if they'll sub him out here with a minute 30 or go be smart, young man.
He's looking at head coach Mike Clark, and I think they're going to say, be smart, play this out. Can't afford not to have you on the floor. And a little run before the half as Anderson drives, and he gets called for the offensive foul. On the way to the hoop, nice defensive position underneath there.
And equally, he picks up his second, so it's kind of going. What I was going to say, Jason, I think at halftime, Coach Cressup's going to see Bicker's the one that's chasing. So it's going to be Daniels who's left open. If you look, as soon as Soren Anderson gets it low or Micah Thompson, Bicker's the one that's diving down, leaving Daniels at the top of the key.
The Yellow Jackets would like to bring in Alex Ohm. Leach will stay on the floor for the Rebels. They go inside, too strong on the pass.
And I think that's the third time I've seen that out of the Rebels. A little arc on that, kind of toss that over, lob it over the top, and they probably have a layup on those.
Ohm with it. Thompson to Daniels. Into Daniels, out the feed from Belka. The shot up is good. Jacob Daniels with the nice bucket inside. Under a minute to go on the UCB scoreboard. The Jackets lead by 6. Leach will bring it up slowly. They're going to, I think, set up for one shot. And that's indeed what it appears. Thompson is getting close, wanting to probably get a count. Now Leach is going to go with 35. They go inside. So much for the one shot. They throw up a shot, no good, and a foul. It appeared for a minute. And I was way off base that they were going to go for the last shot.
And I don't think you were, Jason. I think they were thinking about it unless they got what they wanted. And they got a really good look with Bicker. Had that seal down there. And a nice lob over the top by Leach got him a really nice look.
Bicker at the line. Line drive shot. Gets the first one to drop. But the key on that play also is the foul was on Thompson. That's his second. Free throw forthcoming from Bicker from the EOT insurance line. It's good. And on the UCB scoreboard, it's 29-25. And we have the KLM Family Brands halftime show coming up around the corner. We'll give you stats and information. I get you set up for the second half, as it's going to be a good one. Belka. Daniels to Ohm. Ohm with 12 to Melvin. They swing around to Belka with 5. Belka, cross court. 4-3, no good. Misses the three at the buzzer. And it'll be 29-25 at the half in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Lance, good first half for both squads here. Yellow Jackets at one point led by 10, but the Rebels came back to cut it to 4.
Yeah, and I think if you look at it, either side that you're rooting for tonight, if you're the Yellow Jackets, you love the start they got off to. They cooled off a bit, so what are they going to make in an adjustment? Obviously, it's going to be hard to get Anderson a look with Leach guarding him. If you're the Rebels, you started off kind of cold. You started heating it up at the end, and Bitker's been the force underneath to go along with Leach's all-around play. So it's anybody's game going into the second half.
We got some youth basketball action taking center stage here, but Yellow Jackets with a nice 29-25 lead at the half. We'll take a break on the KLN Family Brands halftime show here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Jen Hendrickson, mortgage lender at United Community Bank. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, we are here to help you through the process and answer all of your questions. Mortgage rates are great right now. You can check out our website at ucbankmn.com to get pre-approved, sign up for Rate Watch, and check out our mortgage rate calculators. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
United Community Bank.
Small or large, Superior Grain Equipment has a storage solution for you with a wide variety of bin options and accessories, along with site planning and superior customer service. Plus, from top to bottom, we offer the industry's best bins and warranties to protect your products and your grain storage investment. Get superior quality, protection, and reliability with generations of experience and dependability. Make the superior choice today with Superior Grain Equipment.
Welcome back here. It's halftime. The Yellow Jackets leading the Rebels 29-25. And what was a good first half is the future of Perham Hoops on the floor right now. But scoring in that first half for the Yellow Jackets, 9 points for Jacob Daniels, 8 for Micah Thompson, 7 for Soren Anderson, and 5 for Marcus Belka. Balanced scoring attack there for the Yellow Jackets. On the other side of things, Owen Leach leads the way with 14. Carson Steichen with 3. Drew Sheely with 3. Logan Bicker with 5. The Rebels were outstanding on the free throw line, as were the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets were 4 of 4. Rebels were 4 of 5 from the line in that first half.
Yeah, it was a great first half. And you say the future of Yellow Jackets, I got to do a little shout out. A 5th grade teacher here at the middle school, and these are the 5th graders out there, so give them a little props as they're on the air for maybe the first time, and giving a shout out to all those kids who passed through my classroom throughout the day. So kind of fun to see this, and it definitely is a good halftime activity, Jason, as even the high school students are into it. So keeps them all rolling, and it's fun to see kids being kids.
Indeed, it is. Lance, we'd like to thank you, everyone, for tuning in on this unique broadcast tonight on the Perham Activities channel as well as the DGF Activities channel as we work with the nice workaround here tonight after some stuff that was announced yesterday involving the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We're hoping to have a couple of backup plans in place, especially for the Crossover Classic taking place on Saturday, which will feature a pair of big section contests between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Fergus Falls Otters. 2 of just 8 games taking place throughout the day on Saturday, starting at 9:30 in the morning. There'll be Fargo Oak Grove taking on, I want to believe it's Pelican Rapids, and it's Wadena Deer Creek taking on Hancock. Sartell St. Stephen boys and girls will take on Detroit Lakes, and Hawley girls and boys will take on Henning. And then it'll be Perham and Fergus Falls. And Lance, I believe that was all off the top of my head. So,
man, you're a machine, Jason. That's all I can say. It's so good to see this basketball, and it's so fun. And I'm excited for Saturday, of course, but this game has been something special already, and it hasn't been that one like outstanding play that you remember. You look at the balanced scoring for the Yellow Jackets, and if you're Coach Cressup, you got to be pleased, because you know it's going to be tough for Anderson to get his shots off, especially with Leach guarding him. That these other players are really stepping up and hitting in their offense. Again, I think one of the keys is to not get too congested if you're the Yellow Jackets. In this offense, you got to have a little spread to it. You got to give lanes for people to cut and for that action and that rotation to happen. And Leach hasn't been on. I'm not going to pretend that he's been like super sharp. From a guy who barely averaged double figures when he played, it's hard to say that about somebody who has 14 points in the game, that he hasn't been super sharp. He's still really dominant. Micah Thompson has stepped up, though. I don't remember a shot that hasn't been contested for him. Maybe that's slashing one to the basket, but that was such an athletic move that was just Owen Leach doing things that maybe he can only do on the floor right now. Micah Thompson's done a great job making sure, along with the rest of the Yellow Jackets, and that's what Coach Cressup's defense is based on, is a help side defense and being ready to help your neighbor, and that's what you hear him holler out during the game is, where's that help side? Where is it coming from? So I don't know that in the second half, if Leach heats up, this contest is going to get really tight.
It's going to be unique to see what type of adjustments. We've already seen a few from DGF, especially when the Yellow Jackets try to get Micah Thompson in the paint. The Rebels are collapsing down and just taking that away, taking the entry passes and lanes away from Thompson down low, and they try to post him up. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Thompson's had a lot of success in the lane for the Yellow Jackets, but tonight the Rebels are trying to do a good job of taking that away from him.
And you wonder on the defense, the DGF side of this, Jason, Bitker's been the one that's been running after and chasing and diving down to the post play of what you said, if Soren Anderson is down there or Micah Thompson. He's been the one diving, so that's left Daniels open at the top of the key. Will they continue to dive with him? Will Anderson be the guy in the second half for them to go run and chase a little bit more? Will it be a Sheely or someone like that comes in? So those are all the chess games. You can prepare for one thing coming out of half, and it's totally going to be different in the second half because the other team's doing the exact same thing.
We thank you for tuning in to the KLN Family Brands Halftime Show. We also like to thank all our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast happen. EOT Insurance, KLN Family Brands, United Community Bank, Lakes Ace Hardware, Arvig, Perham High School, Central Minnesota Credit Union, Stein Seed, and the Backyard. We'd also like to thank the DGF Boosters, Gotta Go Driving School in Fargo, Stein Seed again, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, the Mainline Grill and Downer, and Superior Grain Equipment. We're going to take one last time out. We'll come back with the second half.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Well, welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Quick score update just down the road. Pelican Rapids and Hawley doing battle in another Heart of Lakes Conference clash, and Pelican Rapids leading that one right now, 42-30 over the Hawley Nuggets.
And you talk about two teams, Hawley coming in undefeated, Pelican Rapids just knocking off the Yellow Jackets by 30, and then turning around and beating a good Ada Borup team. Boy, they're starting to etch their name into the upper echelon of what's going to happen in 8AA. And again, you can't you can't say enough about these two teams too. They're going to be right there at the end of the year. As you can see, both teams well coached, fundamentally sound, and ready to roll. And nothing to be disappointed here in the first half.
We touched on it earlier in the pregame show. The conference standings are starting to bunch up a little bit, and it's early. Holly, DGF, and Pelican Rapids are all at the top at 2-0, followed by the Trojans at 3-1, and then it's Perham at 1-2, Breckenridge 0-3, and then the Frazee Hornets at 0-4. Struggling this year at 2-7 overall. Breckenridge at 1-8. So very top-heavy Heart of Lakes Conference this year as we get ready for the second half, Lance. It's going to be a fun one as we have the Arvig inbound pass to start us off with the second half. It'll be the Yellow Jackets basketball to start things off.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot of the same things. Both teams were successful, so, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And if you're DGF, you're hoping you shoot a little bit better, but a lot of that stems off of a really good team defense by the Yellow Jackets.
And away we go with the start of our second half. Thompson looks for Anderson, cutting. Leach did a nice job reading that one. Now Belka. Belka to Anderson, over to Melvin. Back to Belka. He launches the three. It's off the front iron, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Rebels, and they come back. Altabelli. Looking for Anderson. Does find Anderson. The reverse layup for him is no good.
Both teams good shots. Both teams rimmed out there. And we're right back at going back and forth.
Belka again. Looking things over. Melvin with it. There's the cut. Thompson. Thompson runs into Leach, throws a shot off the glass and gets it to go for two.
And there's probably the, we didn't see the second foul come into play in the first half, but there's having two fouls. He certainly didn't want to pick up his third this early in the half.
Steichen. There for Altabelli. Looking down low, they do. Now driving to the hoop, getting the defender down. Shot no good from Anderson. Rebound, put back attempt, good for Logan Bicker. He's got 7. And it's back to a 4-point game. Thompson to Melvin. Melvin for 3. Too strong. Rebound grabbed by Bicker. Leach with it. Into the lane. Floats a pass down low. Bicker spins and it's tied up. Held ball. Go to the Rebels. With about 16-14 to go.
And I thought we'd see more of that with Anderson and Bicker, but now it's become Leach and Bicker kind of working that two-man game on the high-low.
There's Steichen. Down low, Leach. Leach going to try to back down Thompson. The floater's short. Rebound punched out, grabbed by the Yellow Jackets. Back comes Soren Anderson. Anderson. Thought about it, passed it up to Daniels. Now Thompson. Thompson in the lane, back out for Melvin. 4-3, boom, shakalaka, as Melvin hits the 3.
And I like the boom shakalaka to get all 5 starters now in the book. Jason, and a huge, and I think it's Chaz's guy who's running now.
And a nice move inside on the answer there by Logan Bicker, and he's starting to have a nice night inside. He's got 9. And now the ball is stolen away off the Yellow Jackets and Thompson, and it'll be DGF basketball.
Boy, and that was a close one there. Both guys battling, but officials had a much better line of sight than I did. I'm still recovering from boom shakalaka. Leach with the basketball here. They're going to work the perimeter. Again, there's that high-low, but it's not quite what I was expecting. But Bittker is just so strong, and there he goes to the hole for 2 more. So quick 6 to start the second half for Bittker.
Cuts it to 3 as Thompson comes back. Gets guarded closely there by Steichen. Thompson. Bounce pass there. Ohm. Kick out. Anderson. The 3. No. Missed everything.
And that's having Leach on you, I think, Jason, and just rushing a little bit more than maybe you would at a normal time.
Leach, pull-up jumper, good.
That was a tough shot.
Now Anderson drives to the hoop strong, the layup good, and a nice answer. And the pace is starting to quicken as it's 36-33. Now into the lane, Bicker, kick out, stolen away, Thompson, nice read there. Thompson drives, throws up a shot, good for 2. He's got 12, Jackets by a 5. Under 14, as looking to drive, losing his footing and ended up turning over on the pass to Steichen. It goes out of bounds.
And one of the things that it's hard to tell, but I almost think a quicker pace maybe favors DGF and their style of play more than the Yellow Jackets, who like to get in their offense and get their set. But right now, it looks like it's favoring the Yellow Jackets as they're ready for the task and ready to run and gun a little bit.
Thompson to Anderson. Leach just closes so fast. Anderson thought about it, but they closed on him quickly. Now Thompson, kick out Melvin. He's got to look for 3, and that one's off the mark. And there for the board is the Rebels in 1 and done.
And you wonder if Leach a little bit he's defending tough right now, and so he's working both sides of the floor really hard. If that's a little bit of why he's just a little short on his shots tonight.
Leach, bounce pass. Oof. That was for Bicker. He saved it. Bicker's done a nice job inside. Now Leach gonna try to go to work. The Yellow Jackets converge. Nice pass inside there for Steichen, and the bucket is good for Carson Steichen.
My goodness, how did that pass even make it through there, Jason? I barely saw the cutter from the bird's eye view I have here, and he just dropped it on a dime right there.
Thread the needle like the league MVP as they drive, and it goes outside. Thompson with it. Thompson with the quick jumper, that's short. And the rebound grabbed by Altobelli. Leach. Quick shot there, no good. Bicker fights for the board and gets it. That allows the Rebels to reset, driving off balance shot, good for 2. And that's Caden Altobelli.
And
his first point.
That's where I was saying this scrambling type of offense, I think, really is where DGF wants to be, and that's what they're trying to create on the defensive end.
Inside it goes Thompson. The layup, no good, too strong. Rebound batted around, Thompson gets it. There's Ohm. Ohm in the lane, now at the elbow. We'll kick it over, Daniels thought about it. Inside Thompson. Here come the Rebels to converge. Thompson gets a shot off, but he's fouled.
And again, we talked about it at half. The first half they chase with Bicker. This half, they're I believe it's Altobelli who's chasing and leaving Melvin open. So again, I'd like to see Chaz slide up to about that free throw line. I think he can get some really nice mid-range jumpers throughout the night if that's the case.
Thompson will be at the line. There's Mikhail Pearson. And Sheely have come in. It appears to be something on the jersey of Bicker as Thompson gets the first free throw from the EOT insurance line. Makes it 39-37. As Donovan Verdi will come in as well.
And I'm guessing Coach Clark will get that cleaned up fast in the way Mr. Bitker's playing tonight. He'll have him in the game before too long.
Free throw, short on that one, but a nice rebound there for the Jackets. That was Daniels on the aggressive board. Daniels with it. Melvin. Over to Ohm. Ohm into the lane. Kicks out Thompson. Thompson hands it off there. They switch on Anderson. A match I think Anderson will like. No, he kicks over to Daniels. Over to Melvin. Near side it goes Thompson. Now to Ohm. Ohm into the lane. Gets cut off. Stolen right away. Powerful steal there by Donovan Verdi.
And I think it was just one dribble too many. I like the idea by Ohm. He just got buried too far into the lane that time.
Pearson. Up top, Altobelli. Now it's Leach. He's going to fire the three. Hits the three. And the Rebels have taken the lead on the three-pointer by Owen Leach.
And if you're the Yellow Jackets, you don't want to see him get heated up.
Thompson with it to Daniels. There for Anderson. Anderson looking to drive, floats up the shot, no good, off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Sheely. Leach with it. Now Pearson. Sheely. And it comes back to Leach. Pearson with it. The Rebels lead by a point. With 10:15 to go on a long three-pointer is good. Caden Altabelli hits a deep three. And it's 43-39, the biggest lead of the night for the Rebels. Melvin, Anderson. The answer, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Sheely.
And that's one of the first times tonight that they've really lost Anderson on that switch. And he got a nice looking shot there.
Pass attempted to go to Leach. It's tapped out of bounds by Thompson. The Yellow Jackets trail 43-39. Marcus Belko will come back in for the Yellow Jackets.
One thing Marcus brings to the table is he's such a good defender, Jason. He's really been, this first part of this year, really a lockdown type of guy. And I think as we saw Altabelli start to heat up, Marcus came back in the game to defend him.
Shot by Leach, no good. Off the mark, Thompson bringing it up. Now to Belka. Belka to Melvin. Now to Micah Thompson. They swing it over right side to Anderson. Drives on Leach into the lane. The floater's good. Nice cut and drive there by Soren Anderson. He's got 11.
Really nice move by Soren, and he's not getting his look at the three, so he did the next best thing, taking it to the hole.
Altabelli goes down, comes up with the travel. 9:04 to go. Yellow Jackets get a big stop there. They bring it up court. Belka gets a screen. Kick out here for Anderson. Thompson to Belka. Back to the left side. Anderson drives, gets cut off. Yellow Jackets swinging around. Thompson now with Leach out on him. Belka. Anderson cut through, but the Rebels did a nice job clogging the lane. Now we'll go to Daniels. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson spins, kick out. Melvin, the three, in and out, no good. Leach the board.
Boy, good look. Nice move by Anderson. Kind of lost his balance in the lane, and nice job kind of recovering there.
Leach with it near side. He launches a three off the mark. Rebound grab by Thompson. The Yellow Jackets come back the other way. Anderson with it. Yellow Jackets trailing by 2. Kick. They swing. Now driving Thompson. Thompson to the hoop through traffic. Good for 2. And we're knotted up.
Kind of what went back to make him so successful in the first half, Jason, is that baseline drive, and he's got that nice length to get to the basket. And just as we say, the timeout by the Rebels with a tie game.
We'll take a break on the main.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We thank you for tuning in. We're tied at 43 with 7:32 to go here on the United Community Bank scoreboard. It'll be the Rebels ball out of the timeout. They swing around up top. With it there, Verdi. Now the near side, Altabelli for three, good. Caden Altabelli heating up from deep. Makes it a 46-43 lead.
And when you say deep, we're talking 20, 22 feet deep. And so it's not even at that three-point line. So he's heating it up for sure.
He's got 8 in the second half. Has the Rebels up by 3. Anderson gets cut off, now kicks over near side. Belko, the look for 3, spins in and out, no good. Leach there for the board.
And that must have been halfway down, I think, Jason, when it came out.
Right side with it there is Verdi. Altabelli gets the pass from Sheely. He launches a 3 off the mark. Anderson there for the board.
Nice job by Belka there. I think he made Altabelli shoot it a little faster than he wanted to.
Belka thought about it. He's going to drive. Leach cuts him off. Daniels. Now Melvin swinging over Thompson. Now Anderson with it as the Rebels have switched on him tonight. And Leach battles the rebound and a foul. Oh, he pointed the wrong way. And it's going to be on Leach. On Owen Leach, his third. The officials in Esco had a tendency to do the same thing. Point the wrong way, call a foul on the wrong player a couple of times. As Daniels will get it and bring it over to Anderson. Anderson with it. For Thompson. Thompson. Now to Soren Anderson. Leach, now they have switched again. Now Anderson with it, spins. Melvin. Thompson cut, but was cut off. Belka into Daniels. Daniels trying to create space, but Leach doesn't budge. They kick it over here near side. Anderson from the corner for 3, no good. Thompson gets the rebound. Nice battle there. And Thompson gets the loose ball with about 5:15 to go. Anderson spins through traffic, shot no good. Rebound grab by Altabelli. And coming back, Steichen was trying to see if he could get the Yellow Jacket defense off guard. Launch a quick 3, but doesn't. And now Leach has it. Leach was looking for Bicker as he battles with Daniels. Now Leach will take a 3, no good. Push from the back there as Anderson gets the ball. Anderson gets to Altabelli, who launches a 3, no good. Bicker for the rebound. Bicker to the hoop, strong, short. Rebound grab by Anderson.
Wow, would that have been a big possession for the Rebels, and you could just see it on Leach's face. At least I caught that glimpse of like, are you kidding? We had 3 good looks.
And we got a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. Rebels lead by 3. We'll take a break on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
When everything is in one place, it's easier to stay focused on your own life. At Central Minnesota Credit Union, we've streamlined our financial tools to ensure you have everything you need all under one roof. Whether you're starting a family, starting a business, or buying a home, CMCU is here to be a trusted financial partner. CMCU offers free checking options and a network of financial experts. Because when everything is in one place, it's easier to stay focused on your own life.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
Well, welcome back here to the Hive. It's going to be an exciting final minutes of this one between the Yellow Jackets and the Rebels as it's 46-43 in favor of the Rebels with 4:21 to go on the official clock here in the second half. The Yellow Jackets will inbound out of the timeout. We'll see what head coach Dave Cressup drew up out of the break. It's Anderson. Now Thompson. Goes to Belka left side. Daniels. Thompson. Now for Anderson. Belka looks, gives it to Melvin. Head fakes now. Anderson the three. Hits the three! A big shot there for Soren Anderson to tie it at 46.
And the Rebels have kind of went away from Leach guarding him. You wonder if they'll go back, use their timeouts if he needs a little bit of a break, and get him back on Anderson now for the final 3 minutes.
Leach going to drive, jumper, good. With Thompson in his face, Leach hits. The Rebels lead by 2 as Anderson goes to the hoop. Leach cuts off, but Anderson does a nice job of waiting and letting him clear and hitting. And we're tied again at 48.
And a nice changeup of game for Soren. I like that drive hard to the basket, gets underneath, kind of wraps in, and makes a nice looking shot.
Bicker against Daniels. Spins, head fakes, creates space, draws a foul. And we'll go to the EOT Insurance free throw line. Foul is on Daniels, his second. Becker 3 of 4 at the line. He's got 11 points. Make that 12.
Comes Altobelli back in the game, and one thing we've seen from him is a lightning quick release. So Yellow Jackets need to be aware he's back in the game.
Bicker hits a second at the insurance, EOT insurance line. And the Rebels stretch the lead back to 2. Belka, Melvin. Pass dangerously gets to Daniels inside Belka. Belka to Thompson. Thompson trying to work through traffic, gets to Melvin. Daniels to Anderson, he calls for it, and he does not get it to drop as it goes in and out, and the rebound to Altobelli. Now it's battled, and Leach will get the loose ball.
And a really dangerous pass by Altobelli, just kind of tossed it, flicked it underneath his own basket. Good thing Leach was Johnny on the spot there.
Altobelli, Sheely now. Goes on the near side, Steichen gets it to Leach again. 2:10 to go. Leach picks up his dribble, looks to Bicker. They double on him. Bicker fights through and gets it to go for 2.
Boy, he has been a man among boys underneath that basket tonight. And just double team, said, I'm going to the hoop, and a powerful move.
Anderson with it. To Daniels. Soren Anderson with 1:40 to go. Anderson drives baseline to the hoop, strong, is fouled, they'll go to the line. It's on Bicker as Anderson is at the EOT insurance line. And it doesn't drop. Austin Anderson back in for the Rebels. The second free throw good for Soren Anderson. And, a kick ball off the inbound.
An interesting substitution there with taking Bicker out, unless you want to get another ball handler with the press coming, Jason. But Bicker's been the man underneath the basket. So timeout, DGF. We'll see if they maybe get it.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Well, welcome back here to the Hive as we are getting to the waning minutes of this contest. Yellow Jackets trail 52-49. Coming out of the timeout will be DGF basketball. It'll be interesting to see what the Rebels have drawn up on offense and what the Yellow Jackets try to counter with on defense. With about 1:35 to go here in this second half, with the Rebels leading by 3. Altabelli getting pressure. Picks up his dribble. Now they try to trap. He gets it to Leach. Leach. And out of bounds is Boca.
And I wasn't sure what the official was going to come out. Jacket ball, Rebel ball, foul on the Yellow Jackets. And it probably the least of all the harm is just right back to where we were.
Long pass, wide open, Steichen. And the layup is good.
And there's those quarterbacking skills coming out of Leach and being 6'6" to be able to see over the top of that.
Thompson, 3, no good. Rebound tap, Melvin tries to save it. And a very slow call there by the official on the far side, on the near side of the court, and it's out of bounds.
And what tremendous hustle by Chaz Melvin there. Unbelievable. I didn't think there was a chance he was going to get to that ball, and he did.
And Leach will call timeouts. 1:13 to go. Yellow Jackets trail by 5 on the United Community Bank scoreboard here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. It's a full timeout, and we saw Leach's ability on the sideline inbound. It'll be interesting to see if they might go back to having Leach as the inbounder, but also you like his height. If you're in trouble, to throw it to him too.
I think anything's possible. I'm thinking of, the old run a guy to the out of bounds, throw it to him, and get Leach back in bounds and get him the ball. I kind of tend to agree with you, Jason, and I never want to second guess a coach because I get it enough myself. But boy, it'd be nice just to lob that up to Leach, set a pick for him, try to give him a little space, and then you got your best shooter taking the foul as well. So and eventually he would get to the free throw line, which is something maybe we should talk about here, Jason. When you look at the foul situation, neither team are in foul trouble, and if you're the one behind and you only have one team foul, there's going to have to be a lot of hacking going on here in the last minute and 30-some seconds.
And there,
just as you called it, Jason.
Steichen will inbound.
There's the pick, right to him.
Steichen with it to converge. Now they're trying to play keep away. And right to Leach and a quick foul.
And these fouls are going to have to be quick because that's foul number 2 on the Yellow Jackets. 5 more, even if it takes 2 to 3 to 4 seconds, that's 20 seconds. Now we're under a minute. We're about 40 seconds left before you even get a chance to get the ball back.
That was on Thompson. And now a travel on Leach. With 1:03 to go.
And the worst of all things, if you're a Rebel, just stand there, hold the ball, and hope that they grab a hold of you.
Will the Yellow Jackets be able to take advantage as they trail by 5? Thompson with the basketball, and if you're DGF, you can also think about following too. Nice feed down low, Thompson. Leach there's a foul. That's probably not the foul they wanted, though, when I talk about fouling. This is going to put Thompson at the line with a chance to cut the lead with the clock stopped.
Right, but I think, if you're Pearson, you're probably giving up a layup. So this way, at least you're forcing him to make the free throws, which he makes the first one.
A lot of magic for the Yellow Jackets throughout the years in this building. We'll see if they have any more left in them. And that second free throw is good. Cuts it to 3. Long pass up ahead. Now it's tied up. And held ball is going to be the call. It was a perfect play for the Rebels. And now a technical foul. A technical foul has been assessed on the Rebels. Drew Sheely spiked the basketball. Not happy with that call. He gets teed up. Yellow Jackets the free throw line and the possession. And Thompson will shoot the free throws. He gets the first. Wow.
Yeah, there's almost no words, Jason, as this, we'll wait for this free throw.
And that one misses everything from the EOT insurance line.
And the Rebels went from having possession, being up by 3, a travel by Leach, which is almost unheard of, a thought when they could get fouled. And then long pass, all they had to do is hold on to the ball. We get technical. It's really been a strange end of this game, and Perham takes a timeout here. I think just to kind of gather up, hey, we're only down by 2 now. We don't have to settle for the 3. We don't have to take a really quick shot. And if you're the Rebels, the timeout might work in your favor just to kind of settle your kids down again. You know, you start to kind of see them looking at each other like, why did you do that? Or what was going on there? So hopefully we can get back to the basketball game that we were having before this whole 30 seconds of ruckus just happened.
An interesting play there. It was perfect, drawn up perfectly for the Rebels. Tied up for the held ball. Then Sheely gets a technical foul in frustration, spiked it, and it's one of those that people are going to probably talk and discuss about that call.
Right, and the wonder there is, I don't know, it's hard to tell if he was mad about the call or just frustrated that he didn't get out of there.
And that's what I'm thinking it is.
And I think that he was frustrated with himself because it wasn't like he was looking at the official. It was more of like, darn it, I should have done something different. And we've all been there. And it's an emotional game, and if you don't play with emotion, it's not the right game for you, I don't think.
Thompson with the basketball. Yellow Jackets across the timeline. Anderson with it. Into the lane, runs through traffic, throws up a shot, no good. A lot of contact, no calls there. Leach gets the rebound. Now they converge, and there's a foul.
And that's an okay foul. I mean, I know you kind of had Leach on the sideline. You're not sending him to the free throw line. You don't let him get that long pass for a layup. So I know Coach Cressup looked frustrated there, but I think hindsight when he looks at it is, this is an okay foul right there.
Now Leach will inbound, so the Yellow Jackets will try to defend and let Leach see the court. Quickly up ahead, tapped away. Now out of bounds. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball. And now Alex Ohm will come in. A lot of substitutions. And a crazy day at the scorer's table for everyone involved.
Crazy day at the Hive. This has been one of those games that it's just been almost unbelievable.
35 seconds to go. Anderson gets the ball. And a timeout. Timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. With 31.4 seconds to go. Yellow Jackets will have one more timeout after this one. The Rebels will still have another. Will the Hive magic for the Yellow Jackets continue?
And here's a question for you, Jason. If you're coaching, are you drawing up, maybe you see a mismatch up for Thompson, who's been really, really good underneath? Are you going for the two-pointer and the tie? Are you drawing it up to try to get Soren Anderson a 3? Who he's been hot. You give him a look at a 3 and a drive, a pump fake for 2. What do you think?
Well, the way that DGF has been collapsing in on Thompson down low, I think you drop the 3. But it might not be for Soren. It might be for Ohm, who's got a good look at 3. I know Soren's heating up, but if they converge and follow him, you're going to leave someone else open, and it might be Ohm. And right. You know they're going to follow him. Follow him, not follow him.
Yep, and what I'm curious to see is I think it's going to have to be a recognition play for the Yellow Jackets. What I mean by that is the Rebels have chased with somebody all night. By chasing, I mean when the ball goes down low, they've ran somebody at that person in the post. Who's going to be the chaser this time? They started out with Bitker. Bitker's not in the game right now. Second half's been Antebelli's been chasing. Who's going to be that guy that's going to chase if the Yellow Jackets get down low? And are the Yellow Jackets going to find that person for an open shot?
Ohm gets the inbound. 30 seconds. Ohm to Melvin. Here's Thompson. Inside they go Soren. Soren off the glass is good for 2. Soren Anderson has tied it back up. With 16 seconds to go, Leach with it. Leach drives and a foul by the Yellow Jackets before he went up with 12.7 to go.
And again, you can foul a couple more times here before you put them to the free throw line if you think they're breaking away. Here's who I thought would come back in the game, Bitker. I really think it's going to be a Leach-Bitker type high-low situation here, and one of these two is going to get this last second shot.
We got a timeout called by the Rebels. On the United Community Bank scoreboard, we're tied at 54. We're going to keep it right here with 12.7 officially to go in this one. 54 all between the Rebels and the Yellow Jackets.
So nice change up there by Coach Cressup and his staff. I really thought it was Thompson they were going to go down low to with the success he had, and you brought up, hey, they're probably going to be looking for that. He went to Soren Anderson down low, which isn't really Soren's forte, is to be in the post. So that little wrinkle, I think just for that split second, caused the Rebels to kind of think what's going on here and allowed Soren to get that shot up. Do you have a wrinkle for DGF, or do you go back and hit? Here's the bread and butter with Owen Leach and Bitker being that.
I think you give it to 10 and let him decide the game if you're DGF.
And here's the part, if you're DGF, you're not behind. So you can wait this out. If you're the Yellow Jackets, are you taking your 2 fouls? I probably wouldn't. Maybe 1. You take that second to get to 6. Now you make a slip up, and now you're putting somebody to the game for a game-winning free throw.
I would definitely take 1 with about 8, maybe 6, as long as they're not trying to shoot out foul. But that's the thing, is they might start going up, and it depends when the official calls it. Leach, there's the foul.
And it was a little faster than you thought, but I don't think you can give Leach that time. Jason, when we kind of digest all of this is kind of the stuff legendary games are made of. Technicals, turnovers, three-pointers. It's been an awesome night.
Altobelli to Leach with 9. Leach, a quick shot off the mark. Battles for the rebound. Soren Anderson gets it. Yellow Jackets want a timeout. They get it with 3.2. A rush three-pointer, no good. And now we have 3.2 seconds to go. And the Yellow Jackets with the basketball. And now if you're DGF, the question goes, you can foul too, because you still have that 1 to give.
Right, and I think, yeah, that's a tough one. And it's a tough one, and here's why I think it's tough. The amount of time that's left on the clock. If the Yellow Jackets have to go the full length of the floor, if you follow them, and now they get to take the ball out of bounds about half court, now you can run a set play from there. That's what scares me a little bit. So it's the old debate, would you rather have them reset at half court-ish and run a set play, or have them go the length of the court and maybe somebody loses their guy and they get an easy shot for the win?
Inbound with 3.2 seconds to go. Neither team with a timeout, so that's going to play a role. You got to get the ball in.
You got to get the ball in, yes. And they're going to come with a little bit of pressure when you know what DGF did with the pressure.
Do you do the super special and set a screen and have the guy blow it up underneath? Anderson with it, with 2. He's got the look for 3. Off the back iron, no good. We got overtime.
And we were talking inches, Jason. I mean, as it was going up from the angle I had, I thought this thing is going, and it was just a little to the left, and wow. So if you didn't enjoy the first half and the second half, now we get another period of play.
And it will be an exciting overtime coming up. We'll take a quick timeout to regroup and get ready for overtime. The Rebels and the Yellow Jackets tied at 54.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Well, welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We're getting ready for overtime. Yellow Jackets, it had appeared that everything was going the Rebels' way. Then a few, you can say, kind of hiccups went against them. A travel, a technical foul, a turnover. The Yellow Jackets were able to capitalize and send this game to overtime.
Yeah, it's crazy, Jason. I couldn't recap what all happened there. But really crazy, and what I'm going back to is the way this game started. I can't believe it's 54-54 going into overtime. How fast this game started.
The Arvig overtime tap goes to the Yellow Jackets. Thompson gets it to Ohm. Ohm goes to Melvin. Hand off Thompson. Over to Daniels. Now Ohm. Melvin. Thompson. Daniels thought about it for a second. Will cut, but it gets cut off. Now Anderson, kick out near side, Ohm. Melvin cuts in the lane. Now they body Ohm. It goes all the way to the right side. Thompson. Thompson against Leach. Anderson with a nice spin move, but in the double team. Kicks and finds Thompson for two.
Nice job by Soren Anderson taking his strength tonight, driving that left-handed drive to the baseline, and then finding his guard mate there in Thompson for two.
Now with it, the Rebels. Cross court near side. With it, Verdi into the lane. Left-hand shot, no good. Yellow Jackets with the rebound. Thompson with it. To Ohm. Daniels to Thompson. Melvin dishes to Daniels, hands it off. Ohm. Yellow Jackets work the clock with about 2:35 now. And a 2-point lead here in overtime. Anderson with it to Daniels. He drives, kick out Ohm. Now to Melvin, Yellow Jackets reset. Thompson with it. Now to Daniels. And neither team foul situation under the bonus yet, as Ohm's getting pressured on the far side, which is strange to say for a game in overtime.
It is, and I kind of, well, there's a
foul.
There's a foul, and I was going to say, I wonder how long it'll take before DGF commits that foul, because if the Yellow Jackets are just going to hold the ball, they're going to have to do something to try to get this back.
Fouls on Verdi, his first. You see on the bottom of the screen the fouls now, the Rebels with 6, the Yellow Jackets with 5 on our modified United Community Bank scoreboard. Bounce pass inside. Anderson able to save it though, and gets it to Daniels just in front of Leach, and Thompson and the Yellow Jackets will regroup.
And how that ball didn't go out of bounds, I don't know, Jason.
Anderson drives, kicks, and a foul on the floor. Anderson, nice vision to kick out. He saw the lane was collapsing on him, and he kicks it out. Now he'll go to the EOT insurance line. Anderson shoot 1-1, follows on Pearson, his third. And Anderson gets the first. A money free throw there by Soren Anderson. The second one just as big as it would make it a 2-possession game. At the EOT insurance line. And it's no good. Big rebound, Bicker.
1-possession game, minute 35.
Leach gets it stolen away. Belka. Now Anderson and Thompson. And they're going to let him play through. A big play. Marcus Belka, remember that one. Now Anderson with it. Anderson with the spin. That might be your MyCMCU moment of the game if this lead stays. Anderson with it. Near side, it goes Melvin. Back to Anderson. A dangerous pass. Belka saves it again to Thompson with a minute. And a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets.
Boy, that was 25 seconds of Marcus Belka saving the game there, Jason.
The big steal and then the big save. And now a timeout as the Yellow Jackets lead by 3. Under a minute to go in overtime.
And I think if you're DGF, you probably got to deny Anderson. You got to go for a steal right now. And as much as you hate to put someone to the free throw line, the Yellow Jackets are pretty good at keeping control through their offense. I think you're going to have to foul somebody and try to extend this game to get as many possessions as you can. But what can you say about Marcus Belka? Diving after that ball, saw that little bit of, that window wasn't very big, Jason, and he dove in there, grabbed that basketball, and fought 2 DGF Rebels, I think, spun out of there and found his own teammate somehow. Definitely up for one of my plays of the game right there.
We'll have that, the MyCMCU play of the game, as well as the United Community Bank's scoreboard, as well as the Central United Community Bank player of the game. I was trying to spit out that time. All in the Stein Seed postgame show on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
And I think we have a lot of basketball to go yet, Jason. With 1 minute doesn't seem like very long, but they could really draw this out if they wanted to.
Thompson with it, getting pressure in the backcourt. Now spins away from it. Now to Anderson. Yellow Jackets content to play keep away and make the Rebels foul, and they're going to do it right there with Austin Anderson.
And that's, again, I think just for the sake of Soren Anderson has been so good from the field tonight and taken quite a few shots, I don't think you want to send him to the free throw line. So I was looking for them maybe to get a Thompson, or we haven't heard from Daniels for a little while, get our Chaz Melvin, get them to the line. But here's Marcus Belka.
Belka hits that free throw to drop from the EOT free throw line, and it's now a 1-point lead. The EOT Insurance free throw line. It's a 4-point lead, 2-possession game. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Soren Anderson and the Yellow Jackets, but it's turned over as he was falling out of bounds on the near side, trying to save it. Leach with it. Long three-pointer from Leach, too strong. Rebound grabbed by the Rebels. In the Leach, into the lane, drives to the hoop, strong, short. Nice defense there by Soren Anderson, and Anderson on the board. Up to Melvin. Hands it off to Thompson, and now they foul. And the Yellow Jackets, with a 4-point lead, go back to the line. Free throw no good. Rebels come up, Leach. Nice dish down low, shot no good. Thompson with it. Thompson to Melvin. To Daniels, to Thompson, and that will do it. For 45 straight times, the team has tried to come to the hive and beat the Yellow Jackets, but they fall short. And the Yellow Jackets earn a 58-54 victory tonight over the Rebels.
I think I'm almost speechless, Jason, and again, give all the credit to the Yellow Jackets, but I think if you're the DGF Rebels, you're going to go back and look at this and go, we had our opportunities. And sometimes this is a growing game for them, but what a game by the Yellow Jackets. To be given an opportunity, you have to take it, and they took it. And I go back to that string of plays by Marcus Belka as probably the clincher of the game, from the steal to saving that over and back and giving them the ball back, to hitting a free throw to put it to a 2-possession game and maybe getting the DGF Rebels to speed up a little bit. Awesome job. And you can go down the line, and I think every kid who played tonight really gave the Yellow Jackets their all. And you think about Soren Anderson changing up his game from shooting threes to that left-handed drive, and I can just go on and on. But it's the kind of game you could watch night in and night out, and you wish they played more than twice in the regular season, and they might end up by the time playoffs come around.
The Yellow Jackets earn a 58-54 victory over the Rebels. They run that home winning streak to an impressive 67 straight and 45 in a row here at the Hive. We'll take a break on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Come back with our postgame show brought to you by Stein Seed.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Hi everybody, my name's Andy Eckhoff, Business Development Manager at United Community Bank. We're a one-stop shop, and our experienced staff is here to help you in any way we can. I want you to know that when you bank at United Community Bank, you have a whole team behind you, and our team wants to know your goals and how we can help you get there. We're the #1 commercial lender in the Lakes area. Come see us at United Community Bank, where the future is bright.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Checking your credit score the easy way. Keeping your checking safe. Always.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Well, welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The Yellow Jackets earned a 58-54 victory over the Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebels, and a nice victory tonight for the Yellow Jackets here tonight to improve to 7-2 overall, 2-2 in the Heart of Lakes Conference. DGF drops to 5-3 and 2-1 in the Heart of Lakes Conference tonight. Here on the Stein Seed postgame show, we thank you for tuning in. We'll look over the stats quick. First, for the Rebels of DGF, Owen Leach had 21 points. He was 9 of 23 from the field in the contest. 8 points on the board for Caden Altabelli, 7 for Carson Steichen, 3 for Drew Sheely, and 15 for Logan Bicker. Bicker, 5 of 8 from the field, did a nice job. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. The Rebels were 6 of 7 from the line. The Yellow Jackets earned the 4-point victory tonight, and the thing that's kind of unique, Rebels did not score in overtime. The Yellow Jackets only scored 4 points, and it was enough to get the job done for the Yellow Jackets tonight. On the offensive side for the Yellow Jackets, Micah Thompson finished with 20 points, as did Soren Anderson. 9 points for Jacob Daniels, 6 points for Marcus Belka, and 3 points for Chaz Melvin. The Yellow Jackets were 5 of 22 from 3. DGF was 6 of 16 from 3. Yellow Jackets 11 of 17 from the free throw line tonight. Micah Thompson was 6 of 9 from the line. Leading in with Micah Thompson's stats, and for a reason there, it was his defensive effort tonight, which was outstanding against Owen Leach for the most part. Did a great job. I know Leach got 21 points, but it took 23 shots to get those 21 points for Owen Leach tonight. And Micah Thompson is renamed our Central United Community Bank Player of the Game.
Yeah, and well-deserving for Micah Thompson. I think on both ends of the floor. I think defensively would have earned it for me, but he also gave them that early spark, I think, when Leach was guarding Anderson and kind of took Anderson out of the game. Micah became kind of the primary figure on offense and just did a really solid job of keeping the Yellow Jackets going in that first half. But his defense was outstanding tonight. And you can see, like you said, Leach had 21, but you could see a little frustration in the end, and that's when shots aren't falling for him, but part of that was some really good defense, and it was good team defense tonight.
Micah Thompson, your United Community Bank Player of the Game for the Yellow Jackets, and now time to name our Central Minnesota Credit Union moment of the game, and it was a big one in overtime. It was a big 15-second stretch of outstanding defense by Marcus Belka, caused a turnover, got tied up in a battle on the ground with Owen Leach when it was a 2-point game, I believe it was at the time. Battled for the ball, it came free, squirted it through somehow, and the Yellow Jackets got it. Then come to half court, they almost turn it over, and Belka flies through the air at the timeline, saves it from the over and back violation, and it allows the Yellow Jackets to call a timeout.
Yeah, he just had an outstanding stretch there for the Yellow Jackets, and you don't want to say game saving because you don't know what was going to happen, but I'm going to say game saving. I think that was the point right there, that Leach was looking to score, tie it. You don't know what's going to happen to the momentum. That kind of zapped the momentum from him, and then the next part of it was he got the ball, got fouled, and hit the free throw to make it a 2-possession game, which really forced DGF's hands. So really solid, nice overtime by Marcus Belka. And again, set up by what we had talked about early. He's been a lockdown defender for the Yellow Jackets. And you can tell his time in the weight room and just his strength training how he can battle with most anybody. And what a good moment and a proud moment for him, and way to go, Marcus, at the play of the game.
And that was your Central Minnesota Credit Union moment of the game. Visit them online at mycmcu.org. An outstanding basketball game here tonight. The rematch in February is going to be a fun one in DGF. You know they're going to have that one circled on their calendar. But for the Yellow Jackets now, they turn their sights to Saturday and the Crossover Classic here, as they will take on the Fergus Falls Otters. Game 8 of the day, as Perham and Fergus Falls boys will close it out. Prior to that, the girls will feature the Yellow Jackets taking on the Otters, which should be an interesting rematch of a game in the regular season that already happened in Fergus Falls. The Yellow Jackets knocked off the Otters in Fergus Falls. Now the Otters will try to come back here, get a measure of revenge on the Yellow Jackets, and the Yellow Jackets have been playing some great basketball of late.
And going back to the boys, Jason, it's probably one of the things I like about high school basketball. You can see the floor now, and they're celebrating and having a good time. And you better not celebrate for very long, because the Otters are coming to town. And it's that rematch, like you said. For the girls, it's going to be an exciting game as well, as they've already played. So they've got kind of that, and it's been a great rivalry between the girls of the Otter girls and the Yellow Jacket ladies. So it's going to be a great day of basketball, and if you're around here, come on in. If you can't, watch us, and we'll be glad to bring it to you. And it's just such an exciting time. And when you get a full day of basketball like that, you get a full day of any sport, it's really fun.
Again, the action begins 9:30 a.m. Oak Grove Lutheran taking on Pelican Rapids, followed by the Hancock Owls taking on the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverine boys. And then it'll be Sartell St. Stephen against Detroit Lakes boys and girls back-to-back there. And then it will be another marquee matchup. The Holly Nuggets taking on the Henning Hornets here, and girls and boys leading into the main events of the night, the Otters and the Yellow Jackets.
I'm still impressed you do that from memory, Jason. I got the first one down the first time you said it, and I don't know if I could remember that, but there's some really good things in there, and I'm excited to see Holly play. I'm not going to lie, the teams that we don't get to see right off the bat in 8AA, it's always nice to get a chance to look, but I think the interesting thing is to see some of those schools we never get to see. And so kind of it's going to be unique to see what the atmosphere is like at 9:30 in the morning. Haven't done that with basketball since some 7th and 8th grade junior high tournaments, but I'm sure their fans will be out in full force and come join us or join along on Magnitude Sports. But good day of basketball coming up.
And just to let you know, on Magnitude, it will just be the 2 Perham games with Fergus Falls, but come in here, catch some good action on Saturday. And a unique thing, you talk about quickly getting back to action right away. It could be a unique situation pending the weather tomorrow, how the situation's supposed to go, if there will be a practice or a game situation. The Yellow Jackets supposed to, for the girls, take on Holly tomorrow night in Holly.
Right, and yeah. And the weather's really played a part to this whole season, Jason. You know, you just don't know, are you going to get back-to-back practices? Are you going to get a chance to get back in the gym? And especially after a game like this, I know for the athletes it's good to get and stretch out your legs and get up and down the floor a little bit, kind of knock off some of that from tonight's action. But yeah, hopefully they get their game in tomorrow night. Should be a really good game between Holly and the Perham girls as well. So it not an easy stretch for the Perham Yellow Jacket girls as well.
Should be an exciting one if they're able to get that in tomorrow night. But then Saturday, again, like you said, Crossover Classic live here from the Hive. We thank you all for tuning in. We'd like to thank everyone that made tonight's broadcast happen on the DGF side of things, as well as the Perham side of things tonight, as we had some little glitches with the YouTube Magnitude Sports YouTube, so we were able to stream the game tonight on each school's YouTube page, and we thank that for happening. We'd like to thank our sponsors that have made that possible: Stein Seed, Perham High School, EOT Insurance, KLN Family Brands, United Community Bank, Central Minnesota Credit Union, Arvig, The Backyard, Lakes Ace Hardware, and on the DGF side, I'd like to thank the DGF Boosters, Gotta Go Driving School in Fargo, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Mainline Grill and Downer, and Superior Grain Equipment. For Let's Rock, I'm Jason Groth. The Yellow Jackets earn a 58-54 victory over the DGF Rebels. Thank you and have a good night.
proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.